Hello everybody at WeHaveGame. My name is Bob and I'm never gonna give you up. This song is amazing. Let's continue. So, this game is called Sports Car GT, as you see up there. Nice big banner and whatnot. What this game is, it is a racing simulator. But this racing simulator was also made in 1999, or at least released in 1999. So, it's old as shit, but I am playing this because I found it in my house, and I want my fix of nostalgia, motherfucker, so I'm gonna get it. So, obviously, we're gonna go the cheating route and, like, buy all the fucking cars, because we can. And this is actually one of those games where the cheats don't actually, I find, don't take away from the fun. It's just like, well, I feel like having all the cars, so I'm just gonna do it. But whenever you go to like new season, you pick the difficulty and shit. You just, with your fully upgraded car, you pick like the max difficulty, and it's still like competitive and fun to play. Obviously, not as competitive as it normally would be. That'd be like with the cheats and like fully upgraded cars. This is not the car I'm supposed to be in. I don't know which one. It's fucking far away. Anyways, like with the full parts and the max difficulty, it's like playing on like medium or something, which is okay. Like, I had the intentions of just like chilling out and driving and stuff. So here we go. The track is Lime Rock. It's a 20-minute race, so I know this video is not gonna be more than like 25 minutes, hopefully. So without further ado, let's get this shit on the road. I am driving my old ass Beamer, and probably doesn't really look like a car, to be honest, but that's fine. This is actually one of those games that has like kind of obvious mistakes in some of their car models. I'm not saying the BMW is poorly done. There's some vehicles where like the car in the game just like not look what it's supposed to in real life. But in this game I find it's okay, because whenever they screw up a car the way it looks, it still looks good, you know? Like, I don't care that I'm driving this pixelated potato of a vehicle that apparently doesn't exist, because it is a very nice pixelated potato. And as you see here, my fully upgraded race car of epic proportions. We're creaming people, as I qualified already in first place. So, like I said before, this is sort of like a medium. I'm not like flying away from the competition, but at the same time, it's not too hard. Like, I'm talking and racing at the same time. I'm driving like a fucking retard. Like, this is shit, and I'm still able to perform well, which is nice. It's the nice thing about this game. I don't know, it's just, it looks so simple, because it is, but at the same time, it's just so fun. I don't understand why I like this game so much. You definitely gotta be a racing game person, whoa, to like appreciate this, I guess. And that's gonna bite me in the ass later. I don't like doing that because it wears out the tires faster. And I hope you like Blink-182, because it's gonna pop up a bunch. Okay, I'm gonna go off on a tangent here, so brace yourselves. I got the new iTunes 11, and one of the features on it is that when you shuffle like a playlist or something, it like, you can bring a little drop down menu and it'll tell you what songs are coming up. So when I started this shit off, I was curious to see what's coming up, and a lot of the songs near the top are Blink-182, or at least like 50% of them, I think. I think it was actually half, I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly, so hopefully you're okay with that. So just a heads up, there's gonna be a few Blink-182 songs popping up, but hopefully the other ones in between will make up for it if you don't like Blink-182. And if you do like Blink-182, well then fucking, you're in luck, my friend. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So back to this game. This game, like I said, it's just a really simple racing game, but it's just so much fun. Words escape me right now of why this game specifically is fun. It's just, if you gotta be like a racing game person to understand though. Like, if you hate racing games, this ain't gonna change your mind. But at the same time, for if you do really enjoy racing games, like any kind of racing game even, like, if, I guess, well, definitely if you're a simulation person, you'll like this game, because it stands the test this time, like, simulation-wise. You know, the cars drive, like, really well, for it being a really old game. Like, this is incredibly smooth, and like the graphics obviously are dated because it's a dated game, duh. But when this came out, it was just so smooth and so beautiful looking. It's just, my god, just a big boner all around for everybody who likes this, who likes racing games. And even if you don't like sim, you're more like an arcade racer, like, just try this game out. It's old as hell, yes. Like, it's one of those games where you kind of like have to torrent because you're not gonna sit there and wait for a CD you just paid 20 bucks on Amazon to come in the mail and then find out you don't like it, and then you're just like, well, what the fuck? Like, I wouldn't recommend that route. Just go out and find a download for this game. It is a bit tricky to find a download. I'll try to find the one I used. Like, I have this game on like a burnt disc at home, so I don't have to worry about downloading it, but it is tricky to get working on Windows 7, so in the process of me trying to figure shit out, I actually downloaded this game anyways. Like, I tried to torrent, maybe there's something missing on the burnt CD that I had, but apparently my burnt CD was perfectly functional when it comes to this game, so there you go. So I'll try to find that link that I used earlier for this game, because it worked well, it did the job. So if you want this game, I will put it in the description on where to get it, or not. I'm not sure how this is going to go down. I'll ask Jack, and if he's cool with that, we'll put it in the description. But this is basically like a link in the description to go pirate something. That's probably no bueno. You shouldn't listen to me. I'm a bad man. So yeah. But going on a topic that I just mentioned, the fact that if you do have Windows 7 or Vista, well, I'm guessing Vista's the same boat. Definitely Windows 7, that's what I'm running right now. This game is quite tricky to get going. I tell you what, like, normally this game is a trooper. It'll work on like any OS normally. Well, it is working on any OS right now, I guess. I don't know about Windows 8, but definitely 7 and below. And I'm running Windows 7 64-bit, and from little jibber jabber that I've heard, that was probably not good that I wiped that guy out. But he was in last place, so I have zero sympathy. But what I'm more concerned about is the guy in second catching up. So there you go. Proof of the matter, I cannot talk and drive, or else bad shit will happen. There you go, case in point. Oh god, that is a wall. Get away, wall. Thank you. So, back to what I was saying. From what I've heard, Windows 7 32-bit is a little bit better than 64-bit when it comes to like running games and things like that. I don't know for sure. I don't know what the difference is. I'm pretty computer retarded. Like, I go on Build a PC, the subreddit, and I just look around and I'm like, I feel absolutely stupid right now. Like, what the fuck? This is gay. So yeah, that's the gist of that. Anyways. So, when it comes to running this game, you gotta get like, I think it's like a 30, it's called Glide, and like the graphics processor thingy-majiggy or whatever it's called that I got. I'm not sure if Glide is the actual name of like what they call like the type of graphics that goes into this. But if you just install this game, you can use it on software mode, which is fine, but whenever there's any sort of like puff of smoke, you get basically just get this giant image of a cloud of smoke, and it just engulfs the whole screen. So it's like anywhere where like a tiny molecule of smoke would be, there'd just be this giant gray cloud blocking your screen. It's really weird and hard to explain, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Hopefully your imagination can take over and figure it out. But you know, the problem with that is that, you know, at the starting of the race, if you start like anywhere behind first, you know, everyone starts, you burn out their smoke. Well, it's just this giant wall of smoke that you literally can't see through, so you're basically just blindly going through the beginning of the race, and you can just crash into a bunch of people. And that's just like one example of how it's a huge pain in the ass. So software mode doesn't really work. I don't know if it all depends on your hardware, I guess, whether or not it'll do that, but my hardware makes it that it'll do that, and I'm pretty sure any sort of new hardware will do that, unless you have some sort of Windows 95 computer lying around. And in that case, put it on that, because you might have better luck. So if you put it on Direct3D, which is like the normal thing you would have put it on anyways, you would have ignored the software mode, because you probably know that's already bullcrap. You just get this really weird, like, glitchy texture thing where it's like everything, like all the foreground, the background, basically Well, actually, just the foreground, really. Like, so, like, the track and your car and everything. So, like, the background, like, the clouds and those distant mountains and trees and shit, like, you'd still be able to see those, but it would just be, like, a big blue screen, essentially. And then you'd see some clouds in the distance and, like, half of the trees in the background and stuff. I'm looking at the background while I'm driving at the same time. That's why I'm messing up here and there. So, you know, and whatever, like, if the part of the track would block the background, that part of the background would also be this giant blue abyss, so it would just be like a really, it would almost be like your screen, it's like screen tearing times 50,000. It was just really messed up, and like if you drove around, it would just get worse. You couldn't even drive because you can't even see your car at the beginning, so it's like 2 seconds of moving and everything's just fucked. So you gotta get like a glide emulator, I think is the right way to put it, because back in the day there'd be these Voodoo 3D FX cards, whatever they're called, and that was sort of like the high-end graphics of the day, if I'm correct. I'm talking out of my ass right now, so I am most definitely wrong in what I'm saying right now, so forgive me, but I realize that. So anyways, so you gotta get like a glide emulator, and once you get that, then you'll be able to play the game how I'm playing now. Everything's normal and all that, although I think you need like a fairly decent graphics card. Wow, that was bullshit. Okay, yeah, that guy's a douche. In case you saw that, I'm trying to like slow down and take the turn, yet fuckface back there was all like, you know what, I'm not even gonna like turn. Wait, how's that? I'm trying to remember now. Concentrated on too many things. Okay, let me get past this asshole first so I can figure things out. Okay, so yeah, I was trying to turn, and like Faggot McFaggot over there is also turning, but he's turning against my back wheel, so it's like countering whatever turning I'm doing now, and I just wiped out, as you saw there. So thanks a lot for fuckface. I hope you die in a fire. So we gotta go in the pits because we're almost out of gas, and that's no good. So there you go. So as I was saying before, the like glide emulator or whatever, like as you see right now, I'm just like super laggy going into the pits, and this is like an old ass game. I should be able to record and run this without any problem, but I'm guessing this emulator thing takes up a lot of system resources, and you need like a really good graphics card in order to, you know, have it perform well. And I thought I already fueled and shit. Whoops. I thought I already did everything, and now I'm in 4th, but that's not a big deal because there's 10 minutes left. The other guy's got to pit soon. Not worried. So there you go. We're still gonna win this. And that's what I was mentioning before, like, I don't feel that the cheats in this game kind of ruin it, because you can still play it in a way where it'll actually give you like challenges and stuff. Like, you don't have to put in the cheat to, oops, you don't have to put in the cheat to, you know, unlock all the upgrades on your car, you know, like, you can just use the unlock to get money and buy whatever car you want, and even if you suck and you keep losing, at least you get to drive the car that you wanted, you know? So, or you just don't use cheats. I don't know, I just find like there's some games where if you still want to play it legitimately, the cheats kind of kill it. Like, there's no cheat in this game where it's like instant win, or like cars turn themselves or some shit like that. You know, it's not like Grand Theft Auto where it's like, oh, I'm about to die, let's type in the health cheat and then do that, you know? Like I'm not against cheats or anything, it's just, it's a very fine line, and I'm over and analyzing this way too much. I mean, like, play the game however the fuck you want, but still, it's just, I feel stupid, like, kind of talking about it, because it's a stupid subject. I don't know. I'm using cheats, get over it. There you go, end of story. So, I don't, oh yeah, like, the glide, like I was saying, like, this game, if I didn't need to use that glide emulator bullshit or whatever, I'd probably be able to more than easily record this and play this at like 60 frames all the time without any hassle on my laptop now, but because of this glide crap, I think it's taking a hankering on my systems, and it takes a little bit to run. That's my good prediction, or I'm just doing something totally wrong. And yeah. Another thing too, though, I think this game is just poorly optimized in general, though. Because it's like, even if you put it on like high graphic settings or whatever, and high resolution, when you know you can handle it, it's just, like, that was my old computer. Like, I know my old computer could have handled everything no problem, but at the same time, it just is, I still couldn't run everything. Like, if I was in full resolution, I still had to, like, dial down the track detail a little bit. Like, it was still, like, close to maximum, but it wasn't maximum for an old gas game like this. Granted, though, my old computer, the one that I used to have with XP on it that I'm referring to right now, it was pretty fucking shitty. Like, you would have bought that computer in like 2000, but I bought it in 2005, and by me I mean my father, because it was the family computer. But that thing's dead. It just it kind of turned on and fried itself. It was like, I don't want to live anymore, and like the motherboard, I'm pretty sure, just fucking fizzled out and died, and it clean wiped the hard drive somehow. I don't know how that works. I don't think it was magnets, because why the fuck would you put magnets in a computer? Or if there are magnets in a computer, I really don't understand how they work. I feel really bad talking about computers because I am so stupid when it comes to it. I know nothing, or next to nothing. I know how to turn on my computer, install a video game, and like unzip a file. That's basically it. I can follow a YouTube tutorial on how to like install an emulator and get the plugins to work. That's about the extent of what's going on. Oh, I wish the volume was louder. This is a song I'm thinking of right now. I actually like it, but I can't really hear it because the game volume is drowning out some of the instruments, and it's just no good. Oh look, I'm winning. I just realized that. I'm not even paying attention. Oh yeah, they pit, that's why. Because if you look on the bottom, you see number 2. I'm almost like lapping number 2. I'm pretty sure this is number 4 that I passed when I got out of the pits, and I'm already lapping them because they all went into the pits. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually true or not. Like, I'm just going on my logic, but like, I'm pretty sure if you pit like a solid amount before everybody else, like, you'll come out victorious. Because you just... No! I know what it is. Like, say there's room to pit only once in a race, right? But you can go like 3/4 of the race without pitting. I think, from what my theory is anyways, that I think that if you pit, say at the halfway point instead of the 3/4 point where you have to pit, you'll be better off in the end, because you know you can still make it to the end of the race, no problem. And while you may lose some distance between you and the guy behind you, you know that he has to go back into the pit. So while you're making up work on the track, catching back up to him, you know that whatever distance you make, it's gonna be double. It's gonna be added on to whatever time it takes to pit. You know, so I guess this logical work for video games. Real life is a totally different story. But this is a gaming channel, not a real life channel. Therefore, my crappy logic might hold true. And let's see. Okay, good. Off-roading worked. Hooray! Alrighty. Don't go off the track. Okay, just totally ignore me, that's fine. Like, that's what I did now. Like, I knew I'd make it actually probably the majority of the race. Probably make it, yeah, actually no, 3/4 of 20, yeah, it takes about 15 minutes of in-game driving for my car to hit empty fuel. And obviously, once your fuel is empty, you have to go fill it up, because that's just how it works. Actually, no, it's like 12 minutes and a bit. So anyways, and for some reason the computer opponents, they have their fuel lasts longer for some reason. Even no matter what the difficulty is, their fuel is just like, they have bigger gas tanks. I don't know why or what the fuck's going on. And I don't know what the fuck that guy was doing, but he fucked me over pretty hard. So I fucked him over right back. That's what he gets for being an aggressive driver. There's only room for one stupid asshole, and that would be me, number 33. So don't fuck with me. That was a horrible, horrible rhyme, but we're gonna go with it as we can. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're interested, I just started a Let's Play of the PlayStation 1 version of Rayman 2: The Great Escape, which is like probably my favorite game. Not because of like, well, just with everything considered and all of the games that I've played, and definitely nostalgia and like timing and things like that play a part in what my favorite game is. So Rayman 2 would have to be my favorite game because it was like the first game I was actually able to beat on my own, and that I've like really explored and just found every nook and cranny and just like drowned myself in his universe, you know? So I've always wanted to try the PS1 version because I always knew it was a bit different from the other versions. I played the PS2 version of Rayman 2, and that was like the only really different one. Like the one that I'm used to and the one that I like the most would definitely be the PC version, so it's the one I grew up with. So I figure I'd try out the PS1 version of Rayman 2 and see how that compares to what the PC version and the N64 version, that's also the same. I'm not sure how much different the Dreamcast version is. I'm pretty sure it's not very different from the PC, only like graphical differences and things like that, so I don't know how I'm gonna play that. Like, I can't get Dreamcast emulator to work properly, but so can't a lot of people, I guess. I get really close. It's just like whenever I try to play the ISO, or I think it's like a bin file or whatever file the game is in, it just won't go. Like the emulator itself works, it's just the games that never work. But that is sidetracking. Basically, I'm playing through the PS1 version of Rayman 2 just to see what it's all about, how much different it is from the PC version. So a couple episodes into that right now, so if you want, perhaps that is more incentive for you to go check out my channel and possibly subscribe. Probably not, but I'm letting you know anyways, just in case you might be interested, and check out an episode or two. So we are now on the final lap. I think I've lapped the entire field already, so... And perfect timing, we got some Starfuckers playing in the background. That is an amazing band. Like, when I first listened to them, okay, I think the first song I heard by them was their cover of Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. And I don't really like that song, like the original version, but I hear the Starfuckers version, I'm like, oh my god, this is everything this song should have been. So I listened to that for like 2 days straight, and then when I was listening to like other things by that band, I don't know, it just seemed like it's a little too like a little too indie for me. I don't know, I'm not sure if I can get into its sound, but then I started listening to it more and more, and it's just like, it's like crack, man. It just gets better and better every time you have it. Actually, that is not like crack. It is awesome the first time and then gets progressively worse. At least that's what I'm guessing drugs do anyways. Whatever, doesn't matter. The race is over. As you can see here, I won first. Not very difficult feat, I suppose, because I fucking cheated my ass to first place, but you're gonna have to deal with that, unfortunately. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go check out the WeHaveGame forums if you'd like, or haven't already. Strongly suggest you do, it's a great place, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace out.